Merry Christmas. Let a couple people come in, but we had this gift earlier on in the week when San Francisco lost, so we are in the playoffs. Very excited about that. Very excited. Cowboys haven't been to the playoffs, I believe, since the 2018 season, but we're here. Rocking my gold chain that the wife got me before she got me for Christmas. So, I'm blessed, happy. Hopefully, everybody's having a great Christmas if you celebrate it. Happy holidays if you don't. But yeah, very excited that we got in the playoffs, that, you know, we have an opportunity to clinch the division tomorrow, and that we have an opportunity at the number one seed still. So let's talk about the preview. We got Washington this week, which, we're kind of 2 weeks removed from the situation at FedEx where we needed a win. They had won four straight. We were kind of reeling. Offense was kind of struggling. Offense is still struggling. And we were able to go into Washington or, Maryland and get the W. And today, you know, we sit in a position where we have Washington, where it's another must-win game, but it's not as bearing as the other one. This one is one to clinch everything. So this is the opportunity to put our foot on the necks of Washington at this point, which, in order to be the team that we want to be, these are the type of games that you have to be able to show killer instinct and be able to put them away early, because we're getting playoff ready. Guys are getting healthy. Guys are getting in the mode. And now it's just time to really just work on things that we need to work on. Get an opportunity to come home, get an opportunity to work on some of the red zone woes, work on some of the offensive woes, and really just put a team out of his misery. Because that's what you need to do at this point in this season. Because you don't want this team hanging around. You don't want them to find their playoff legs, and then you end up playing them again. So you got to be able to get rid of them right now, which I do think that the Cowboys will do. How will we do it? I think that we'll establish the run game. In the game 2 weeks ago, we did not have Tony Pollard. We'll have him this week. Um, we're not going to have Tyron Smith again. I think he's out with the ankle, but that's okay. We found a way to survive without him, and I think coming home, communication will be a little bit better. We'll be able to motion a little bit better. We'll be able to execute a little bit better because, as you guys see, red zone efficiency. We're second in the league when we're at home, but when we're on the road, we're 31st. So that's a big discrepancy there. So I think that, with the turnovers and things we're able to generate, because that's who we are, we'll be able to punch the ball in a little bit. What's going on? Sugar Daddy Williams. Merry Christmas. Brian Sokol. Merry Christmas, man. We got to talk, man, because I kind of want to come out with some merch and things like that. And I heard that you're the guy that can help me. So let's definitely talk, man. Email me at dmvdallascowboys@gmail.com. You guys who do get a chance to watch this video as well, feel free to email me as well, too, because what I'll start doing is maybe I'll start doing some questions and things like that. And, we'll answer it on live. Sugar Daddy said, "Go Browns." Yeah, man. Because if the Browns somehow win, we got an opportunity to be that number one seed, man, which is what we want. And I'll tell you why. We want to be home for the first couple of playoff games, and here's why. I talked about it already. Red zone efficiency. We're a team that forces turnovers. We're a team that just flat out plays better at home. I know the Denver game was a pretty bad one, and I know that we lost to the Raiders at home. But we're still a better home team than we are on the road. Not to say that we can't take our act on the road, but if we can control our own destiny, I'd rather do it at home because we communicate better. Kellen Moore calls plays better at home. We're able to motion a little bit better. And everything is just, when we get the crowd a little bit live, our defense feeds off of that. And not to say that we're night and day because I believe we're a good team no matter what, no matter where we go. But I would much rather be at home. So we just have to take care of business these next couple of weeks. And it starts with Washington tomorrow. Another area that we can, obviously we have the pass rushers. We got the guys getting healthy. So we got the healthy pass rush. I don't know who's starting quarterback for them tomorrow. I think it'll be Heineke, which we know Heineke had trouble at FedEx. I expect them to have trouble again. I heard that Antonio Gibson might be out for this game. Who knows? I expect him to play because their season is on the line. Washington's season's on the line here, and they're coming into this game kind of limping. I know that last week they had a whole bunch of people out with COVID. They're still going to be trying to come back and recover. I know that Terry McLaurin is going to come back off of that zero catch game and be looking to get some revenge. I don't know if he'll get it that much. I really don't. Trayvon Diggs is playing at the top of his game right now. And if Heineke is just even a little bit late with the football, he's going to throw the ball the other way. So I don't see too much different changing in this game other than the fact that I think we execute in the red zone a little bit better than we did in the other game. Another area that we can exploit is special teams. I think that we've had really solid special teams this year, and I know that a lot of people gave Bones trouble last year because we did a lot of fakes and things like that. I think special teams wise we've done well, other than the fact that Greg Zerline keeps missing extra points. I think Greg has to over the next 3 weeks we got to show that up, man. We can't leave any points on the field. And this is just in. I don't know if this affects us at all, but I think Tyreek Hill can play for the Chiefs. Not to say that that helps us or hurts us, but I kind of just wanted to throw that out there for the people who do follow my channel that do have fantasy updates and things like that. So, I just wanted to talk about that. What else can we talk about? The Eagles have the Giants this week, and that is a game of interest. I'll say why. Not necessarily NFC East wise, because I think we pretty much wrapped up the division no matter what. Hey, hi, Jessica. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I think we pretty much wrapped it up no matter what. But the Eagles are a sneaky team that if we slide to number three, if we slide to probably to number three, if we're at number three seed, we could be facing the Eagles again. And we play the Eagles, in the finale. So that's something to watch out for. Jessica says 11-4. Let's go. Absolutely. And it's actually crazy. People looked at me like I was crazy in the beginning of the season when I predicted us to be 12-5. I'm hoping we go 13-4, and it's very, very possible. I think that we'll be focused to do so. And I know that a lot of people question Mike McCarthy. They, wonder if he's the best coach or not, but I do think that I love his mentality. Next man up, doesn't matter what happens. He's the guy for the job. And I've been saying that. With all of the things that's happened this year, with all of the guys out with COVID, all the guys out with injury, I do believe that he's one of the only coaches in the league that can hold a team together during these tough times. That Green Bay team that won the Super Bowl in our stadium, they had 18 guys on IR that year. So that's not something to overlook. Mike McCarthy has held this ship together. Whether you agree with some of his coaching points or not, overall, if we're looking at the big picture, I think that he's done a fantastic job this year. Fantastic job. Dan Quinn has done a fantastic job this year. Dan Quinn is leading the unit that is really the driving force of our team right now. The early part of the year, we were an offensive football team, and now I think that we are a defensive team. I think that we've converted to a defensive team, and good teams can adapt to the things that are happening. The defense was not healthy early on in the year. The offense was healthy. The offense carried us. Now it has flipped, and I think that that really shows how dangerous this Cowboys team is because we can win a game any type of way. We can beat you in a shootout. We can beat you in an ugly game. We can beat you in when the adversity is against us. And that's the mark of playing championship football. I do think we're playing championship football right now. No matter how bad the offense is struggling. The offense is struggling, absolutely. How many Super Bowl teams do you remember where their offense was struggling and they still found a way to get it done? I can tell you the 2000 Ravens was one of them. The Giants, both of their Super Bowls were those teams. They won the type of games that we've been winning lately. Where it just seems like you're winning by luck, but you do just enough to win the games, and that's all you can really do, man. The W's, they don't don't take any W's for granted. You know, look at it. The Cardinals lost to the Lions last week. And in my video, I said that that game would be very intriguing, and it absolutely was because the Lions intriguingly whooped their butt last week. All right. And the Cardinals, who knows where they are? They may be in the tailspin. They're in a position right now where they're not playing their best football down the stretch, and they're going to be a playoff team. So I think you would much rather collect W's at this point, playing bad, because you could possibly get back on track. But taking losses at this point, you have no choice but to get back on track, or else you're going to find yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in, which is on the road against a tough team. And Arizona right now is reeling. Tampa Bay isn't playing as great a football as they could be playing right now. Yes, they had the Buffalo win. Buffalo is struggling, but they lost to the Saints. They lost to a backup quarterback, and they got swept by the Saints. That's something to think about. This isn't the same Tampa Bay team that we faced in week one. I personally believe we're a better team than them right now. I knew we were a better team than them then. And they got guys that are out for the year. We're getting healthy, and I really like it, man. We just have to keep pounding away at it. Doesn't have to be sexy. The wins don't have to be sexy. We just have to win. And that's it. Just win, baby. Al Davis said it. I think that we're starting to run the ball a little bit better, and I think that we're Tony Pollard is becoming that weapon that we knew that he was. Zeke is hurt, but Tony Pollard is able to do certain things in our offensive game where we're able to take advantage of teams. We've been able to use linemen as fullbacks in certain situations. I think we can possibly use that to pound the football when we need to, and I like that. I like that about our offense. I really do. So, I got a couple more minutes, guys. I got about 3 more minutes. Answer some. I can answer some questions before I go, but I just wanted to get on and tell you guys Merry Christmas. What our game is going to look like tomorrow, and yeah, I'll probably get on tomorrow at some point. Possibly, I might end up at Mark's house. I'm not sure. I know my family's doing some Christmas stuff tomorrow. Right now, I'm out in B-more right now. Um, I'll be back in VA tomorrow. Um, you guys know my name is DMV. I'm all over. I'm all over. Even though Baltimore isn't considered the DMV, um, I guess it's considered Maryland. Jessica said, "Dub." I definitely think that I definitely think we'll win tomorrow. My prediction is that we win big. I thought that we would win big at FedEx, and we were winning big, and then we kind of let our foot off the gas. I'm gonna say we win 41-17. I think we get Washington out of the way. I just think that we're clearly a better football team than them. They're not going to be as healthy. I think I don't want to say cakewalk, but I think we turned some. I think that we turned some turnovers into touchdowns rather than field goals this time, being at home. I think that the home crowd coming off of Christmas, I don't think there will be as many Washington fans traveling. I know there won't. Matter of fact, I know there won't be. I know there won't be. So that means it's going to be a complete home crowd. I know that Washington is trying to do things like get under the skin by bringing their own bench in, which makes absolutely no sense. But okay, and I think that they're going to wake up a bear that they didn't want to. We want Dallas. We still remember that. Now it's an opportunity to do what we were supposed to do the first time, which I know that the offense is chomping at the bit. Amari Cooper is even making noise, and Amari Cooper doesn't even talk. Merry Christmas, Angelica. Appreciate it. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Ori says Kellen Moore needs to get it together, and I think he will tomorrow. I do think he'll get it together. I think that there's been some injuries, some things hampering what we could do offensively. I still think Dak is a little banged up, but I think that this time we'll have Tony Pollard, and I don't think that Washington has an answer for Tony Pollard. I really don't. We'll take advantage of their linebackers in space, and I think Tony will have a big day tomorrow. Jessica said they want Dallas again. Where? Where they say that at? Because I haven't seen it. I don't think they want the smoke, Jessica. If they want the smoke, they can get it, and they're gonna get it tomorrow. It's gonna be smoked turkey legs out there. That's what it's gonna be. We still celebrating Christmas. We gonna get that dub. We already in the playoffs. We got a chance to clinch the division. I think it's gonna be ugly tomorrow. I think it's gonna be really, really ugly. Dak's gonna have a second crack at this team. We already know. Even on a bad day, like that game with Washington really wasn't close. It really wasn't. We did some stupid things and we let them back in the game mathematically, but we knew we had that game in hand. Eric Olson said, "Can one of the coaches teach center how to snap the ball so Dak does not have to reach, bend, jump, or do the Yamato thrust to get the damn ball during the shotgun?" Yeah, man. Biotish is not having a good year to say the least, man. And that might be something that we want to visit in the offseason, possibly getting a center. Um, I know that they tried out Connor Williams a little bit, but I've also heard when coming into the league that McGovern might be able to play some center. So they definitely, definitely want to possibly think about that position as well as tackle in the offseason because Biotish, um, he's been getting beat last couple weeks. I mean, there's a possibility that we could, improve in that position. We'll have a late draft pick, so you might be able to get the best center in the draft possibly there. So, Eric, that's something definitely to think about. I agree with you there. Between his snaps and Zerline missing extra points, man, we got to get better at those areas. But those are areas that we can get better. We can get better there. It's not like we're exposed, and that's a good thing. The things that we're struggling with, we haven't been exposed. Though those are things that we can, those are things that we can improve on. Got any more questions? We got any more questions? Appreciate you guys for the feedback, man. And I really love the fact that you guys are getting on with me for Christmas because I haven't done a live in a long time, and I just felt the need to get on, talk with a couple people on Christmas. The game will be on tomorrow. There'll be some games on tonight. Um, what game are y'all looking forward to tonight? I know the game that I'm looking forward to is the Arizona game because if Arizona drops another one, man, that means we're at least at number 3. We're at least at number 3. I think we'll be at number 3 no matter what because I think even if we lose, I think that we still have the tiebreaker when it comes to the NFC. I think so. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. What's going on, Cowboys X Factor? Hi there, DMV. Long time no see. As hopefully Browns come through today. But if not, at least I can hope the Cowboys clinch NFC East on Sunday. Absolutely. Yeah, that's who it is. Wait, don't the Browns have the Packers, don't they? Go Browns, go Browns, go Browns. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you and your family, Cowboys X Factor. And, get back on YouTube, man. We miss you making some videos, man. Get back on, man. Get back on. How's school going? Because I know that school, you focusing on school was a big reason. And you've been giving me all these updates, man. We need you to get back on. Let's see. Eric Olson said, "Don't be surprised if Browns upset Green Bay. Rodgers, the Browns are healthy again." Yeah, and not to mention Green Bay isn't playing great football either. People don't want to talk about it, but they went life and death with Baltimore last week, and they really shouldn't have. And really, it was because Baltimore made a bonehead decision at the time, which I mean, actually, sometimes you can be aggressive, and those situations make sense. But in that case, I thought that the tie made sense being that Aaron Rodgers didn't really have that time, but the mental aspect of it plays a big part. In Baltimore, lost that game just off of a decision. Let's see, where at to. Jessica said, "I didn't know you were a daddy, DV." Yes, I'm a husband and father of 3. Yes, I might look young, but I've been around the block a little bit. I've been around the block, and family is something that I don't take for granted. Love my family. Let's see. Cowboys X Factor. Yeah, I didn't like the Ravens going for two, but that's what their coach likes to do. Yeah, I mean, and it's not necessarily analytics. I just felt like the flow of the game can kind of dictate whether you go for two or not. And who's to say that the flow of the game didn't feel that way? But I felt like the play, I felt like the play itself wasn't the best. It didn't take advantage of the field like they should have. They rolled Huntley to the short side, which essentially helped defenders box him in, and then you're asking him to make a tight throw, which you know I don't know. I would have rather been a straight drop back, and maybe you send him on a quarterback draw and try it that way. So let's see, Sugar Daddy, young, yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. I kept talking about it. If you guys go to my Twitter, you guys can see that I put up a workout video not too long ago. I'm pretty happy about some of the box jumping I've been able to do at 35 years old. Yeah, I'm 35. A lot of people think that I'm in my 20s, but I'm 35. And I still feel kind of young. So congratulations, DMV. That's the way to be faithful. True respect to you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I'll leave it open for a couple more minutes. So yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to that Green Bay Browns game. I haven't had an opportunity to look. Is that tonight? Is that game tonight or is that tomorrow? Because to be honest with you, for the most part, since the Cowboys have an opportunity, I probably should know that, but I haven't looked that far into it. Let me know if they play tonight, because I know that Arizona plays tonight. Arizona plays Chicago, I believe. I can't remember. 35, I thought you were younger. I know everybody always thinks I am, Got to take care of your skin. I work out a lot and, really just, a lot of meditation and a lot of yoga, really, for the most part. Yoga has been something that I've taken. Uh, I've done a lot of yoga this year, so, I mean, it's maybe a lot more limber and stuff like that. 3:30 this afternoon. Yeah, okay, bet. I'm tuned in. I was going to watch Christmas movies, but I guess maybe I got to tune into some football. Because they got playoff implications for our boys. The first game today. What else do we have, man? Uh, yeah, one at 3 o'clock, then one at 7:15. Arizona plays Chicago, right? I think Arizona plays Chicago. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember who Arizona plays. I know they play. No, they play the Colts. They play the Colts tonight because I have Carson Wentz. So yeah. It's the Colts at the Cards. The Colts need that win, man. The Colts are playing good football right now. Things are looking pretty favorable for us, guys. They're looking pretty favorable. I'm not saying that the Colts win that game, but that's a tough battle. That next week we get the Cardinals with Kyler Murray talking all of that trash at the beginning of the year, and I'm gonna make sure that I do a video, and we're gonna replay what Kyler Murray said. And I just hope that he can back it up next week, because whether we win or lose, Kyler Murray better make sure that he's at his best, man. He better make sure he's at his best. Because if he's not, that rush is coming after him. And Micah Parsons is not playing with that boy. Colts win. So if the Colts win, they get a division title. Ooh, I hope the Cardinals brought it today. I hope they brought it today. Because if not, man, we could be watching the collapse on our hands. We could be watching a collapse in front of everybody. But everybody wants to talk bad about us. They want to talk about how we're struggling when we're still winning, Yeah, actually, guys, that might be the game that I'm looking forward to the most. The Colts at the Cardinals. Because I definitely want a home game against an opponent that I know, I don't want a 4-5 game. I'll tell you that much. I don't want a 4-5 game. San Fran lost, but that's a matchup I kind of don't want. So I'm hoping they fall to 7. Because San Francisco is a tough team. They've had experience. Not that I'm ducking them. I think we can win that game. I just think that's a tough matchup. You know, Definitely a tough matchup because they can run the football. They have a tight end in the play action game, and they could really slow the game down. Teams that slow the game down against us give us a little bit of trouble. We can win those type of games, but you know, that's just a matchup that I really don't want. I would rather a fast paced game because I think that we play better when it's fast paced. Defensively, I think we play better, and offensively, I think Kellen Moore can kind of get more. Kellen Moore can kind of get more in the rhythm in those type of games. Sugar Daddy says we need that buy. I agree. We need that buy because not only do sometimes we get COVID more than everybody else, but we have injuries more than everybody else. So I would definitely love that buy. What's going on, Red? What's going on? How you doing? Catching the tail end of this thing, man. I guess I'll go until the 30-minute mark because I'm at 26 minutes right now. I was only supposed to be on here for 15 minutes, but you guys are asking good questions. It's good feedback, and I really appreciate it, man. Make sure if you're not tapped in, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that bell each time I come out with content. One thing I talked about before, I want to start doing more coverage of my football outside of the Cowboys. Some of the youngsters that I coach, um, some trainers in the area, some of the best football players in the DMV area. I've been tapping in with some camps. I've been tapping in with some different coaching staff, so you'll be able to see more of that. Um, I just put in for my credentials to go to the Senior Bowl, so keep your fingers crossed on that one. I know that Rio, Rambling with Rio, if you guys know who he is, based on Mark's channel, he's going out there, so it might be cool for us to get out there and look at some prospects together. Um, what else? I plan on doing some giveaways, man. Who wants some giveaways on my channel? I plan on coming out with some merch coming in 2022. I know it's long overdue. A website. We're talking about doing some big things in 2022. I want to put my best foot forward and really push this thing because I think DMV Fanatic football, DMV Fanatic, the brand just needs to be pushed out, man. And I've been dragging my feet, but it's that time. It's that time. And I know that everybody on here will definitely cop some merch, so that'd be cool. Is Joseph really ready for this big moment? Which Joseph are we talking about? Are we talking about which Joseph are we talking about? We talking about Kelvin Joseph? Is Joseph ready for this big moment? Which one, man? Because there's a lot of Josephs around. So yeah, please clarify that one for me. Boss man fat. He better be ready. I mean, he's had the tools. He's had the opportunity to sit around for a year. So sometimes players players make their biggest moments in when they get the opportunity. You know, the opportunity. When opportunity meets preparation is what constitutes as luck. And sometimes these young guys they grow up right before our eyes in the biggest of moments. So I'm hoping that he's ready. I know he's been playing special teams really well. I really like seeing him hustle out there. Kelvin's definitely hustling, so definitely. See, Ready Red says South Oak Cliff won the state championship here in Dallas. Oh, okay, definitely. I know I got a couple friends out in the Texas area, and I might be looking at throwing a camp down in the Austin area for anybody that knows any high schoolers that would be interested. I'm thinking of doing a camp, a training camp out there. I've talked about it to one of my buddies. he has some connections out there. So something that that's in the works, definitely, for sure. My hood puts on for high school football. That's what's up, man. Definitely. If Austin isn't too bad of a drive for some of them guys and you know them, man, have them plug in because out here in the DMV area, man, I don't talk too much about my coaching, but I'm a pretty good receiver coach, man. I'm one of the best in the area. Um, I've I put I've coached three D1 kids over the past 9 years. I've had countless all conference, all state honorable mention, all region type kids, man, and it just keeps on going. I don't know if I'm gonna stay at the receiver position. I called the offense for our team this year, but we'll see, man. We'll definitely see. I'm really a pretty good football coach. As you know, I'm a ex collegiate player, so anything that I could pass on, I do. Sugar Daddy Williams said, "Who do we rest now?" I don't rest nobody right now. I think that we got to beat Washington, secure the division, get in the driver's seat for we got to play for home field. I think you rest until we can clinch home field. So we got to get the W this week and get the W against Arizona. I think that we got to go balls to the wall this week and next week. That's just my plan. The Eagles game, and then even in the Eagles game, get them a quarter if we somehow secure home field, and then you can rest guys. But I don't think the next 2 weeks are. I just don't think it's it. I think we got to find a way to win these two games. I know that a lot of guys want to rest Zeke, but I mean, rest him when we get a bye, man. I mean, at this point, we just got to continue to win. We have to continue to win because even Tony Pollard is banged up. So it's like you got to get them both the right amount of touches, which I think they've been doing. I think they've been splitting up the touches amongst those two, and it's worked dividends for us. I think we definitely need Zeke more so in the red zone. We kind of got to split it up like we was doing Marion Barber and Julius Jones. That's what it reminds me of. A lot of people don't think we need Zeke, but I think we need him. We definitely don't rest him because we need to keep Dak upright. And I think Dak is the most important piece, although he's struggling right now. We still need Dak, and we need him upright. And that's where Zeke comes into play bigger than anything. Let's see. Sugar Daddy says, let's say, Ready Red says, show us DB some love, bro. You know what? It's funny, Ready Red, man. I'm thinking about switching to DB coach, man. I know enough about receivers that I know enough about DBs as well, and what gives DBs trouble. I also know what gives receivers trouble. So yeah, DBs, bro. Our DBs for the Cowboys. That has kind of motivated me to possibly switching the side of the ball, man. Vern says we got to win out. Sugar Daddy says I feel good about this defense. When healthy, they can compete against anyone. 100. Yeah, absolutely. As you saw, the Chiefs. I mean, that was a game we should have won. I think if offense converts in the red zone a little bit better, we win that game. Vern says we definitely need Zeke. Is important to our offense. Yeah, man. People just don't understand. It's not about running, but having that threat, being in the red zone, being able to get short yardage, man. That stuff matters, man. Like the dirty work, man. Zeke does it, man. Zeke isn't gonna give you 5 or 6 a carry like he was because he's really, really banged up like he was earlier on in the year. He's not gonna be able to give you those 5 to 6 yard carries, but right now he's doing the dirty work that we need to churn out these games. In the Washington game, when we needed him to, he came on that last possession. We needed him. We didn't need him to get the first down for us, but we needed that presence out there. And he's been running harder these last couple of weeks. So we gotta give him some credit, man. Vern says we still need to get the number 2 seed even if Green Bay wins out. I definitely agree. Ready Red says that'll be good for my transition. Yeah, man. I mean, and ultimately, me and the wife we've all talked about it. Some of my kids, we talked about possibly moving to Texas, man, and be doing this full time. Just football. I mean, outside of my job, and really just building the brand. Not just being a YouTuber, not just being just talking Cowboys, but really, I live football. I live for instruction, mentoring the kids, X's and O's. Talking draft. Like, really, it's just time to take that brand to the next level. Of course I miss being at Sundays over at Mark's house and stuff like that, but there might be some things that he's working on too. So, I always tell him that he's a great event planner, and maybe if I make that move, or if I start getting out to Texas a little bit more, maybe I don't have to move, but getting out there, maybe that brings him along with us, and we start doing some things out there as well, because ultimately, the football heart of the country is in Texas. It just is. You know, while Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, they have the best athletes. We know the heart of football is in this nation or in the world is in Texas. So definitely, you said Texas will have plenty of work for me. Yeah, definitely, man. You know, um, Definitely. It's something I'm working on, getting my day job out there, and I already know that the cost of living is crazy. So I, I say we not scared of no card. I guess that's the Cardinals. Yeah, we definitely not. We ain't scared of nobody, to be honest with you. We're not scared of anybody. We're built to beat anybody. Angelica said, "Yay, Florida! Yeah, Florida, man. I mean, those athletes. I mean, and you know what? Virginia has some great athletes too, man. Don't sleep on Virginia. The 757, the Tidewater area, man. Definitely. Northern Virginia is starting to build that as well. Jonathan Allen's from the Northern Virginia area. One of the best NFL players in the league at the D tackle position. Um, it's actually funny because we played against a guy from Northern Virginia last week. Mike Glennon is from Northern Virginia. I actually played against his older brother, Sean Glennon, who's a Virginia Tech starting quarterback. I played against him in high school. Then him, Eddie Royal, and Evan Royster. If you guys remember those names, Evan Royster was a Redskin at one point. See, I want Rodgers round 3. Yeah, man. I want Rodgers. I want Rodgers when it counts. I want him in that NFC Championship game. Definitely. That's where I want him. Sugar Daddy said we're built to play indoors. We need that number one seed. I think we're built to play anywhere. Honestly, I would just rather us be the number one seed because I just think we play better at home. But I think we can win anywhere against anybody. We can win anywhere against anybody. Anywhere against anybody. I'm not afraid of anybody right now. Nobody. Jessica said Dallas handling their own business. We don't need to depend on nobody. You absolutely right. We don't need to depend on nobody. Just go out there and handle business, and you know what I'm saying. Go handle business. Go do what you're supposed to do. Go do what you're supposed to do, man. I was supposed to end at 30, and now we're at 38. Sugar Daddy said defense does travel. Yeah. And the run game travels too. We can still run the ball a little bit. It's just that, now that Kellen's starting to get in his bag a little bit, starting to craft up some outside runs, because that's where our strength is. Our offensive line is great at pulling. We have a mobile line that loves to hit people. We love to hit. We're a little bit more physical than we give ourselves credit for. So it's time to start doing that. We're not great at running in the teeth of the defense, but traps, powers, sweeps. We're really good at that stuff. So I mean, I think that sometimes we get discouraged because the wins don't look sexy, but we can win anywhere. Don't matter. Defense travels and your run game travels. If you got those two things that can travel, you can win anywhere. It don't matter. Reddy Red said we have the best pass rush in the league, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. And guess what? Our pass rush is getting hot at the right time, and that travels. Because guess what? Those mobile quarterbacks that used to give us trouble, we got number 11. That's our answer for that. Good luck. 11 gonna put that. 11 gonna put that. He gonna put that hard hat on. Definitely. Sugar Daddy said, just win, baby. That's all that matters to me, man. Keep winning, keep churning out wins, and move on to the next round. We've been playing playoff football for a while now, in my opinion. Playoff football meaning, we've been taking advantage of just playing a possession at a time, and that's what you need in order to succeed. Jessica says Dallas handles their job well, so let's keep believing in our team. No doubting. Yeah, I agree with you. And I know, Jessica, you gave me hell on draft night because there were certain things that I didn't like. But I tell you what, I love this coaching staff and the toughness that they're bringing out of us. I think that we have become a tough football team overnight, and I think that Dan Quinn has helped instill what Mike McCarthy really wants out of this group. You know, in the past we were an offensive juggernaut, and that's what we depended on, and we wanted the defense just to make a couple of stops. But now we've completely leaned on the defense, and I love it. I love this. I honestly, I love the way our team is right now. We just have to clean up a couple things offensively, like turnovers here, and like one or two turnovers, and just executing in that red zone a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, we're still scoring points, um, and we're stopping people. We give up chunk plays here and there, but we're a good defensive team. We're a good team. We're a good overall team. The things that we're struggling with now, shooting ourselves in the foot, are things that can be improved. We're not exposed. So don't believe anything that the media is telling us or anything like that. We're a good team. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I'm gonna get back to my family. I'm gonna get to watching some of this football. Uh, we're gonna have dinner shortly at some point. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all enjoy your families today. Watch some Christmas movies. Enjoy your kids if you have any. Enjoy your nieces and nephews if you have any. Enjoy your mom, your dad if they're still alive. Enjoy your grandparents. Just enjoy family. Enjoy this time, and be grateful for everything. All right, guys. Peace.